Just checking this microphone out. It seems okay as well. This is just going to be 10 minutes because I got my sprouts going for another 10 minutes. Maybe some people do the sprouts quicker than 10 minutes, you know. Depends how flipping much gas pressure you've got, you know how much. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about sprouts. What was I going to talk about now? I don't know. It's funny that you have all these incredible thoughts that you're going to... When you actually come around to doing a microphone recording, you think, well, I'm going to do a fantastic recording. And you have all these great thoughts and it's all really dead funny. And then you forget it all. I'm just looking at this flipping my recorder. It was in bars. That means it's like music bars. That means you have 4 beats to the bar, and then you have this line, and then you do another 4 beats. You have another line. Now you can cut it up into 8ths or 16ths or 12ths or 32nds or 64ths. They're called hemi-demi semi-quavers. I know this because when I was at the first year at secondary school, I learnt this word, hemi-demi semi-quaver. So you got a quaver. A crotchet is 1 beat. A quaver is half a beat. So then hemi-demi semi-quaver is a 4th of a beat. Then it's an 8th. Then a 16th. You know, that's when it's going really fast. So if you want to put all that in notes, you know you're going to have to work out some method. I suppose it sounds like Flight of the Bumblebee. That's a bit like that. It's not going as fast as that. This is like the flight of the flipping, I don't know, super fast insect or something. But I digress because I still was not going to flipping talk about this. I was thinking of something else. I've forgotten what it was. I seem to be talking about my sprouts and... Well, yeah, I remember now. And what is, I'll get back to my own brain. I'll get back to the future. I'll try and get my brain to work. I almost remembered what it was I was going to do. I was going to make this recording. And I've forgotten again. It was just going through my mind, like on a subconscious level. Oh yeah, Farrington, Tony Farrington. So let's start with a book, Volume 1, Chapter 1, Farrington I was going to call it. How I Met Farrington. How I Met Tony Farrington. Was in the lift at the Polytechnic. Let's see, the 5th floor I think it was. And he'd been to enrol, or he'd been up there, like first day of modern studies, you know, first year. And he'd obviously enrolled kind of thing. Enrolled and registered in with the lecturers. And just as he... And so had I, that was it. We'd had the first lecture or something, the first... Well, no, it was a bit after that. It was the 2nd or the 3rd. The first one was a general one where you had like the principal of the college, the Polytechnic, talking to everybody, saying, we want you to be individuals, you know, you've got to work this out for yourself, not just learn everything like a parrot, you know, we want people to be individual and do it their own way kind of thing. And then after that initial kind of thing, talk, like in just saying a main hall, which was that was in F block I think. Then we went up and say 2 or 3 days later and registered on the 5th floor of the Polytechnic, a B block I think it was. That's where you kind of meet your lecturers. And anyway, that's where I met Farrington, because I got in the lift. That's it. We were all leaving the building, and I got in the lift, and he pushed me straight back out again, it was really funny. At the time, I was just stunned. Actually, I didn't think one thing or the other. I wasn't annoyed about it. I wasn't kind of bothered. I was just kind of surprised, And he was laughing his head off. Ha! And he had his blue herringbone coat on. He was with Bernie, and I think Bernie had his little check jacket on. Smart jacket, actually. And then, anyway, doors opened again, and I got back in the lift, and we all went down, and we sort of became friends, which is completely weird, isn't it? We got talking, and then somebody said, "Oh, should we go to F Block for a coffee?" So we said, "Yeah, all right." So we went into F Block and had a coffee. And then we became friends, didn't we? So when we met up on the course, we kind of sit near each other or next to each other or whatever. And it must have been that year, later on in the winter, when it was getting really cold, the snow and what have you. That's when we used to go into F Block on a Friday morning if you had a lecture. Even if you didn't, we used to all agree to meet up in F Block, and we go for a coffee and a burger. Whoa. That's me 10 minutes for me. Yeah. It's for my sprouts, see. I've got my sprouts going in the kitchen, and I'm in the living room. So I put my clocks on. I have a clock in the kitchen for my sprouts, and then to remind me, so I don't start doing a recording like here and forget my sprouts and have them burning, So I have like clocks. And the clocks, I picked that up off her ex-wife, obviously, She used to have clocks in the kitchen, and I used to use her like kitchen clocks. The little things that you put, you just turn them and set them off. And I used to use them. I used to put it on for 40 minutes, studying accounts, bookkeeping. Every day in Holland I used to. This is after about 2 years of being there. I thought I have to study something, because I'm just, there's nothing like going into my head, and I needed to get a bookkeeping qualification, because a lot of jobs wanted accounts. It said warehouse staff need to have boekhouden, it's called, bookkeeping. So I set about doing that and enrolled, and it wasn't really expensive, like fucking hell here. Everything cost the earth, doesn't it? They got university, and I think I was paying 20 guilders or something, 40 guilders a month, like 10 guilders a week, which that's about £2.50, £2.50 per lesson. And when you look at it like that, that's kind of, about right, innit? If you've got 10 people turning up to a lesson, then that's 22, just say £22.50 if they all pay £2.50. That's not bad, is it, if you're taking in £22.50 per hour? So a lecturer can pay himself like a tenner, which is good money really, innit? If you do 10 hours, you get 100 quid a week. Anyway, I'm going on about calculating everything. But it was a great course, you did all bookkeeping, accounts for a small company, small business, a garage, whatever, a grocer's shop. And then, of course, along came the banks and fucking multinational, what were they, like shipping companies, building ships and so in your imagination you're quite a flipping tycoon, when you do bookkeeping. It's quite funny. Plus it was like in German. I had German accounts, German Deutschmarks, Belgian francs, English pounds. Fucking hell, the Dutch, man, what they don't know. And now they're all from the euro, so all bookkeeping courses be right boring. Oh, euro. But I wasn't even going to talk about that, but my 10 minutes is running out. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, it's the novel Farrington. You see, that's what novels are. They just digress, don't you? And then next chapter will be chapter 2. Maybe we'll get a bit further with what happened. I just call it Farrington book. It'd be good, wouldn't it? Farrington by Robert Bronovitsky. And that's chapter 1 ending right now. Audiobook. 10 minutes, I have to stop, otherwise there's no discipline, is there?